Notorious to everyone. It's Ada from Poison Rock, and it's my pleasure to have today a crowded room Zoom meeting. We have Notorious. I said it right.
Yeah.
You're from Norway, exactly from Bergen. Okay.
Yes.
It's gonna be a long introduction because I want that you guys introduce yourself one by one. So who wants to start first?
Oh, I can start. Hey, I'm Andy Sweet here from Notorious, and
Okay.
really nice to be here with you guys today.
Okay.
Yeah, I can start now, and I'm Nicky from Notorious. I'm the guitar player, and great pleasure to be here today.
Last one, Chris.
Yes. Hi, I'm Chris from Notorious, the vocalist, and I'm pleased to be here.
Congratulations for the vocals. Okay.
Thank you.
So, guys, I usually ask, like a small background to each one of the musicians that I'm going to interview because it's good because people, get to know you singular. So a little bit of the background. So I don't know. I start with Andy because it's my first, the next to me in the chat. So
Yeah.
Chris, a small, let's say, journey in your personal musical background.
Yeah. So before Notorious, I've not been in a real band, just
Okay.
jamming and having fun with playing and nothing serious. So before Notorious, no real band, and Notorious is when I've learned to be in, a real band.
That was
Yeah.
so, you, Nicky?
Yeah, and it's a bit of the same for me. I used to be in a lot of smaller bands
Okay.
back in school and stuff. We were just fooling around, playing some small festivals and venues in the neighborhood around here. So yeah, that's where it started. But it's the same for me. Notorious is the real,
the real deal,
yeah.
let's say.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Chris?
Yeah, pretty much the same story for me as well. Been playing in smaller bands before Notorious, nothing too serious. Just
Okay.
playing small venues and stuff like that. So Notorious is like the first real.
So let's say for
Serious.
each one of you, Notorious is like the beginning of your musical journey. So it came spontaneous to me to ask how Notorious started. I mean, how you connecting with each one of you.
Yeah, really, it was back in 2015. Me and Nicky met through like another project, or I wouldn't really call it a band because we were just messing around, and we realized that pretty fast this is not what we want to do. So me and Nicky split, and we started what would become Notorious.
Okay.
We met Chris like in the real early beginning of 2016. We tried a lot of different drummers, and we found our drummer that we have now, Freddie, in 2018, and then Notorious was set. But it was the right gang.
So it was there that because you released your first EP, Seducer, in 2019 around.
Yeah.
So, and before that, you never released like a demo or something. You go straight with Seducer.
Yeah.
Because the sound of Notorious, because of people, I think they are wondering what's the music in here. We are in the sound of the 70s and the 80s. But there are so many sounds in the 70s and the 80s. So how would we could describe your own sound? Like, let's say, for the influences, we're gonna go later because I'm gonna ask you each one of you this influence. But in Notorious, the influences, let's say it's more glam rock, glam metal, it's more hard rock. It could be even trash. I don't know, or doom. Who knows?
Yeah. Nicky, you want to take this?
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of influences, of course, each and one of us. But for the band, it's like you said, it's a lot of from the 70s and 80s.
Okay.
A lot of that classic heavy metal stuff that we like. So we have that kind of heavy metal glam sound, and we also incorporate a lot of different elements. Like on the new album, we use some black metal styles.
That's
Yeah.
I mean, like from that's interesting because from like like you're saying, glam metal, let's say glam metal that can incorporate like hard rock, heavy metal, all of this, and put it black metal, a little bit of black metal. It's two war completely aside from each other. So how did it came up? I mean, this showed up. Who had this idea?
It's the audacity to mix heavy metal, glam metal with black metal.
Basically, the two haters. Like I don't, because everyone who listen, most people who listen glam or hair metal or hard rock, they don't listen to black metal.
Yeah,
that's mainly for people from that listen black metal. They don't listen glam metal. That's the difference. Yeah. So how this started? I mean, because it's interesting.
Well, here in Bergen, it's like the black metal capital of the world.
Yeah, of course. The true Norwegian black metal started there.
Yeah. So of course we also love black metal and listen to a lot of black metal. So it was only natural, being a band from Bergen, that we would incorporate some elements of black metal.
And which elements? Like in the sound, in the lyrics?
Yeah, a bit in the lyrics, a bit the sound. For example, on the new album, you have a couple of songs that are a bit heavier and they have a bit of growling. And Nicky actually uses some of the black metal guitar chords. It's not so easy to pick up, but he uses these chords that are typically used only in black metal.
Yeah, and that's really like, I mean, you can blew me up with this black metal thing, but it's cool because we can say that Notorious have a kind of a really unique sound, because you don't find this sound easily. I mean, it's the first time that I'm hearing that. I'm still shocked. But because I was speaking about Seducer at the beginning, so because you released that first EP, it's a demo, and then you release your first full length in 2020.
Yeah.
So if you want to speak about the difference before focusing on the last album, from which, I mean, are the main difference between Seducer and Glamorized?
Oh, there are many differences, but
okay.
On the Marching On, we really incorporated more of the black metal elements. And when we were recording the Glamorize, the first album, we were in a different studio and we didn't know so much about recording and the whole process in the studio. So on the second album, we have much more of a sound that we would like to have, and a more live kind of sound. If we knew how to do it, we would probably have done it on Glamorize too. But I love that album too.
Of course, it's part of your journey, because that's, I mean, that's so, because of course, like you basically kind of answer that the sound changed in Marching On, because you introduce new elements of sound. But lyric wise, what Notorious talks and want to say to people, like in the lyrics?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of maybe Chris should say something about this, but
I can. It kind of depends on the song, and like if it's a heavier song,
okay,
it probably it doesn't like Eternal Fire, for example, on this album. And Marching On is more leaning into like darker elements lyric wise, and we have like lighter tunes, like more glammy. It's more about having like have a good time on Glamorized, for example.
Yeah.
Like that type of lyrics.
Yeah.
But it's
more about having a good time.
Yeah.
Of course, all of our songs are basically about having a good time. You know, life is too short to be depressive and that shit. So come on, we are going full party. You know?
Yeah.
And of course,
we don't want full of shit. We want fun when we listen to music.
So some of these darker songs are also a bit heavier, darker lyrics, but it's still about a good time and a little bit of paying homage, you know, a tribute to the guys that came before us. You know, we are building on the music of these black metal guys, and we are taking it one step further. We are keeping, you know, the soul alive, bringing
like let's say a little bit the heritage. of the roots
Yeah.
of Bergen music, at least worldwide.
Yeah.
Because it's considered really like a temple of the black metal scene. No matter how many bands came in future and in that period for black metal, Bergen is where everyone goes if they want to see where black metal started, the real one. So basically, you try to keep that the small, let's say, the soul,
alive,
yeah, but in a fun way, in a happier way, because of course, and so let's say that all that lyric wise, it's like you were saying, having fun, but as well like it speaks about like the real life experiences, or there is kind of topic or something that goes on in the songs.
No, it depends on the songs.
Okay.
They are about different things, different songs. So yeah, but of course we have to get inspired from something. So of course it is something that we have experienced or something that we really like or take inspiration from.
Yeah, because Marching On has been released like a couple of, I mean, not even a week ago, something like that.
Last Friday, yeah.
Yeah, the 19th. Exactly. So congratulations. How is it going right now?
Thank you. It's it's been fun so far.
Yeah. You are. I don't know if you are under some label or you do everything. You did everything by your own.
No, we're with Pride and Joy Music from Germany.
Okay. So, and of course, this is more technical as a question, but common, like people that want to find and buy and have Marching On, where they can find it. I mean, it's easy to answer, but of course you can. I'll leave the answer to you.
Yeah, so you can find links to our Bandcamp both on our Facebook and on our website, notoriousofficial.com.
So
there you will find the links, and yeah, it's all there.
It's just I don't know, streaming or physical copy.
Oh, physically, we have both vinyl, CD, and streaming. You can stream Spotify, YouTube, I guess every kind of streaming service.
Yeah. For people that, for example, are really getting into the last album, wants to as well know and buy the previous works, they can find it always on Bandcamp there, or there is another store online. I don't know.
No, they can find it on our Bandcamp. At least Glamorized, the EP Seducer, it's sold out.
It's sold out. That will never be. But it's streaming online. It's for people can hear it online.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a question. Of course, it's now you have to answer one by one. If we want to really just take one song from Marching On that you really add, not that you like, that you had fun playing, recording it, whatever, which is for you, because this is the one that you like, and then I would like as well to have the one that you would suggest to the fan to know the sound of the band. So it's 2 songs. So let's start again with you, Andy, first.
Wow, that's a very heavy question, huh? Very, very difficult to answer.
Yeah, I know, because that could change with the time. Let's say at the moment.
Yeah. Okay, so for me, the song that is most fun to play and was most fun to record, it has to be Eternal Fire, because it has such a heavy energy, and it's dark, and it has all the elements, and the vocals are just crazy good on that one. It's a lot of fun to hear and very much fun to play. Okay. But of course, if for the fans to listen to have more like a more general approach to the music and get a bit of both worlds, maybe I would suggest Manimal.
Okay. Nikki, you're the second in line.
Yeah.
It seems like a teacher, like a school, to be in school.
Yeah. Like he said, it's that's difficult. I also enjoy the Eternal Fire a lot to do in the studio. We haven't tried it live yet, but we're going to do tomorrow.
Tomorrow? You have a
Yeah,
live tomorrow?
Yeah, their first release concert for the new album.
So it's like a release party, kind
Yeah.
of.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna test it out there, and we'll see. But just for the heck of it, I will say 10 minutes. Probably was one of my favorites to do in the studio. It's a kind of a faster pace, and it's really fun. Just a lot of energy. Also love the vocals on that one.
Okay.
And
And the one that you would like to suggest to the listener, I don't know what to call it.
Yeah, I mean, Manimal is a good choice, and I would say like maybe All Night.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Chris, it's
Yes.
your turn.
This is a hard one. I really enjoyed recording All Night, really, like personally, especially those last few notes at the end of the song there. I just can scream my lungs out, basically. That was really fun to do in the studio. And one for the fans.
Yeah.
That they wouldn't know. I don't know. I'll pick something different than the other guys. Ain't No Stopping.
Okay.
I think that's it's a great tune. Yeah.
Yeah, because of course the fan, I mean, they have 3 different songs to listen, so they can say, okay, I'm gonna start with that and that and that. But of course, the best thing is always listen the album entirely from the first to the last song. That's always the best.
Listen to all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is a plan, for the whole album that it starts with the intro, it goes up, it goes a bit down, up, the tension is rising and going down, and so listen to the whole album.
So, like, speaking a little bit about as well the producing of Marching On, which was the main goal about producing Marching On. I mean, like the let's say a typical day of producing, recording, and mastering.
Sorry, one more time.
Like I was saying, how was for example, a typical day while you were recording, producing the album, mastering it?
Yeah.
So behind the scene, let's say.
Yeah. So this time we were a lot more involved in the whole process. We were basically producing the album ourselves together with a really skilled, good technician in Polyphone Studio, Leif Herland. He was very good, but we came with a lot of inputs. Basically, me and Nicky were in the studio every day for the whole process, basically. Mm-hmm. And the mastering, we sent it away to a company in another city here in Norway, and they did the whole thing. Actually, they ran it through like a analog tape device, so we got that old school vibe, sound of the music. Yeah.
And in your personal life, how much, like, because of course we spoke about the influences like the 70s, the 80s, the black metal as well. So just each one of you, just as well, as we go again with, I feel like really in school. I'm questioning. Okay, so let's start. So I'm gonna ask you which is, let's say, your main influence, but based on your role in the band. So if guitarist, singer, bass, so on. So this time we started with Chris because he's always the last one. And you want the time to think.
Finally.
Now you're the first one. You don't have the time to
finally. Think. I would get picked first for anything. Main influence, like vocally?
Yeah.
Ooh, like Freddie Mercury, I really love. I listen to a bunch of Motley Crue, so yeah. That's probably Queen and Motley I've been listening a lot to, and trying to do some of the stuff they do vocally at least.
Which is not easy. That's it.
No. Vince Neil is easier than Freddie Mercury. But
yeah, well. That's for sure. It's less. Less commitment to do the vocals.
Yeah.
And then let's go, Nicky. Let's go back forward.
Yeah. So for my guitar inspirations, I think it started with Van Halen and of course Eddie Van Halen. Also a lot of Richie Blackmore from Deep Purple. I loved it as a kid, still do. And of course John Norum from Europe. He's a great guitar player.
Yeah,
and
I'm trying to interview since 3 years, and it's not easy to find up to pick up.
No.
Yeah.
And then maybe my main inspiration the last years must have been Yngwie Malmsteen, probably the king of electric guitar.
Yeah, it's the virtuoso guitarist. Yeah, for sure. Classical music. He's a orchestra. He can play orchestra by himself.
Yeah.
I know.
Amazing.
Yeah. And you, Andy?
Oh, it's a lot of guys, of course, but I would say I really love the tone of Roger Glover of Deep Purple. The bass sound from Deep Purple is amazing, but I'm not so fond of all that diddly stuff.
Yeah.
More straight. So, and I also really love Michael Anthony of Van Halen. But of course, I love a bit more of those simpler, straighter, heavy hitting, high energy, like AC/DC bass lines, and
it's
like
fun to play as well.
Yeah,
I'm a bass
like
player too, so I understand.
Yeah, but it really lifts the energy of the music, and since we have only one guitar. The bass has to carry a lot of parts of the song by its own. Yeah.
Because of course having two guitar will have as well a little bit of a heavy, let's say heaviness of you left. But with one guitar and one bass, let's say that both of you have a lot of work to do, and especially as well the guitar doing the solo, taking the rhythm. So let's say that a little bit of work you put on your shoulder, and it's a kind of role of it's kind of you have like a connection, a chemistry between all of you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to do so.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it also means that the bass has to be equally high in volume as the guitar live, so that it needs to be hard and punchy.
Yeah.
Nowhere to hide.
Yeah.
But of course, I mean, like you mentioned, tomorrow there's gonna be the party release. So where is that all? What you're expecting by it? And now you have to answer, Chris, because you are too silent too much. So we hear you more.
We will play it here in Bergen at a place called Cotera tomorrow. So we will be performing all of the new songs. So really looking forward to that.
Or even
all the new songs.
All the new songs, but I mean
almost the entire.
There will be as well like some old song from the previous two released.
Yeah, we're playing a lot of the old songs as well.
And this is kind of like it's a gig, but there will be as well a tour or other live shows planned, or is still just enjoying the release of the album?
We will be playing with Wigwam next month in Oslo. I'm playing a couple of more gigs with them in March.
In Norway.
Yeah.
Do you have in mind thought to doing some European tour? Because I mean, your music, it's easier to go spread it around Europe, and it's not hard to play especially to keep it true in Germany. That's for a fact. You can go easily there, even go straight from Bergen and even with a car. You should apply for Keep It Through, even in 2025, 2024. I think there is still some spot in October.
Yeah, absolutely. We would love to go to Germany and all over Europe, and of course Italy.
I mean, Italy is a good place, but be aware of the venue where you go to play, because when I go to see some bands, sometimes I prefer to go even in the northern part of Europe or Ireland, wherever they are, because Italy is beautiful, but it's not easy to play here. I mean, but let's say that Italian people loves a lot glam rock, hard rock, heavy metal. But I will say that for your genre, keep it in mind, keep it true, because it's full of new band like Tail Gunner, Wings of Steel, and old band like Y&T. So there is more like that scene. It's good, and it's easy to play there. So keep it in mind. But since we're speaking about live, this let's pretend that we are back in the golden period of the Sunset Strip, so the 80s. Could be every part in the world, but let's say that we are in the 80s. Here you can answer all together. You are not a band. This time you own a venue. So we have to give the name to the venue and choose the country when we are settling this venue. Give the name of the night. So let's say, for example, I don't know, Metal Steel Night, I don't know, and pick 3 bands to play that night. So let's go. I mean, I don't know who wants to let's say. Okay, so Chris, you're gonna pick up the country. It's the easiest things. Nikki, you're gonna pick up the name of the venue, and you Andy gonna pick up the name of the evening, and all together you can just say 1 band each. It's easy.
Yeah.
So, Chris, which country we want to settle this venue?
USA.
It's okay. Okay, which city? We have to be more specific.
LA, of course.
Okay. So, Nikki, which name we give?
Yeah, for the venue, then it has to be Whiskey a Go Go.
That's a classic. It's a beauty. I mean, it's perfect. And the name of the night maybe this is the toughest one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
No. I would go like something like Whiskey on the Rocks.
Whiskey on the Rocks.
Night after
Whiskey
on the Rocks.
It's a name of some cocktail. I have no idea.
Yeah.
And now with the band, which you want to put, Andy? The first band.
Van Halen.
Okay, could be any band, alive or not. It's so.
Van Halen.
Okay. Nikki?
Elvis Presley.
Okay. This kind of weird.
You said anything. No, I mean, we can say, let's say Motley Crue.
No, you said Elvis. You can
Okay.
That's Elvis. and you, Chris. Okay, confused.
I'll say Rat.
I like that. Good choice, Rat. So we have Van Halen, Elvis, and Rat. What?
Yes. Well,
I mean,
perfect
what they have in common?
Perfect lineup, yeah.
I mean, could be like, I don't know, it's like we made Vixen, Dolly Parton, and Britney Spears. What they have in common? They are all women. We know that. So, and then, I mean, you don't want to put Notorious in that.
Yeah.
Like the headliner, maybe. Of the.
Yeah.
Of course.
That goes without saying.
Yeah. And of course, answering each one of you as well singularly. This kind of like some places that you would like to go to visit in tour. Like say you're planning a tour, like countries. Of course, I mean, there's nothing like it. If you say, for example, I don't know, England, it doesn't mean that the other country you don't like them, but really that you would like to play or in a specific spot, in a specific venue, or in a country. Let's start with you, Andy.
Oh, I will just go with Germany, and I would like to play at Punchy Cats. That would be a lot of fun.
You, Nikki?
Only choose one?
No, you can say more. It's free. You can say even again Whiskey Go Go if you want to. So
yeah, of course, those classic venues like Whiskey or the other stuff at the Sunset Strip, that would be amazing. But I think it would be good for us to start here in Europe, like you said, with Germany, maybe Spain. And would also love to go to Japan sometime.
Japan is the place where all the band from the 80s, Japan was insane. Every musician I know from the 80s moved into Japan. Even Paul Gilbert, even Marty Friedman, Nuno Bettencourt, Joel Ellis, everyone went. Billy Sheehan.
Actually, David Lee Roth.
I mean, that's a beautiful. I mean, I don't know why they loved Japan. I mean, Japan loved 80s glam rock. And Chris, You there in a corner in
Yeah, I was
Seoul?
gonna say Japan really, because
It's
they're
all
crazy
your
about this stuff.
idea.
Yeah.
So which other country there is left, or place?
I'll say Italy.
Ita-
Italy.
Italia. Let's say Italia.
Italia.
But of course, because we have a little bit of time left, I want to ask you as well, like, of course, now let's say that the album is out. Of course, I don't think you're already working in another project, like another song, another music. You're still like chilling out for the release at the moment. Are you already started to work to do some music, new music?
We have the like a start of some new songs, and we are messing a bit around with it, but there is not really much time for that now. But we have some ideas coming up.
So let's say that the main focus of the actual project of Notorious are.
Right now it is getting out there, meeting you guys, and playing live for you
Everywhere.
I mean, having a party with you guys.
Yeah, and apply for any festival you can. That's the most important things, because that's where you get in touch with other bands, you make connection, and you have fun, because you have fun. But as well, I think going on tour is having fun. And for all, I mean, what we could say, like, if you want to describe Notorious really with one adjective, so one word. This is for, again, each one of the fucking feel in school. Jesus. So let's start this time with Nikki, which is in the middle for me, like here.
Party.
Okay. Now we go with Chris.
Happy.
Oh, happy. Okay. And you, Andy?
Now I will say depressive. No.
I think you're a bipolar. You're a bipolar band.
Yes.
Oh, fun. Of course, fun.
Okay.
Divertente.
Oh, that's good. But of course, like I said, like, there is this a little bit of the influence of black metal. Just really quick and fast. Which is the first band you listen of black metal that really like said, okay, we want to have this sound of this band. We want to use like this sonorities from the sound of this black metal band.
Well, it's important to say that we're not a black metal band,
No.
you
We're
must hear
speaking about like sounds, small sounds,
Yeah.
influence.
For me, I would say Immortal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know who wants to answer first here. There is a free choice of answers, so who wants to go?
No, I agree. Immortal is for me the top black metal sound, and this is mostly the inspiration we have incorporated in our music.
You agree, Chris, or you have another?
Yeah. It's what I've listened most to, Abbat and Immortal.
Yeah. That unfortunately the mom of Abbat passed away. Condolences to his family. And so I mean, there's not so much black metal. Let's say a little bit, because we keep happy vibe, not bipolar vibe. Happy vibe. So guys, it was really a pleasure meeting you. You're really fun, and I had really fun with this interview. So I think we're gonna do a second interview really soon, just to talk as well. Maybe when there will be some live announcement about some tour or something, or at the end of the first lives, we're gonna talk more about how did it go live, how people react to the new song, and I will find out new weird question. So
Great.
Yeah.
It was really.
It was a lot of you have a lot of fun questions. It's not the normal stuff.
I mean, when I find people like you that are like enjoyable and funny, and we can have a chat without being all like serious, I prefer to have fun, because that's the best way. And like you said, we are Chris said as an adjective, happy. We have to be happy. So thank you, guys, really for this interview, and I wish you a good rest of the evening, and talk to you soon then. Thank you.
And good luck tomorrow.
What?
And good luck tomorrow.
Yeah. Good. Sure. I'm going to bed in a few minutes. I'm fucked up. My mind is gone.
Yeah.
Really, thank you so much, guy. And
Thank you for having us.
it's
Yeah.
really congratulations for the music and for the new album. And enjoy tomorrow. Really, have fun,
Thank you.
party,
Thank
get
you.
drunk, get wasted.
Thank you so much.
Amen.
Thank you.
Bye, guys. Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.